Next game on the list, we got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. Another huge NFC West matchup. We just saw the Rams and the 49ers do battle last week. Seattle coming off the bye week. Arizona, we're filming on Monday morning, so we have not seen Monday Night Football yet. It hasn't been played yet. So the YouTuber are always like, hey, what? Oh, come on, you're commenting, you haven't even watched it. It hasn't happened yet. Stop hitting me with these comments. We have to get these videos out. We have to get the podcast out. So I apologize to everybody. But let's just assume that Arizona is still awesome and they're still healthy, okay? Seattle coming off the bye week. I like Seattle a lot. Let's just get to the starters. Russell Wilson, start him every week. Chris Carson, start him. I do have a start grade on backup running back in Seattle, whoever it is. I'm assuming it's going to be Hyde, but let's see. Again, you're talking about coming off a bye week. Is this the week that DJ Dallas, comes in and gets more time? I don't know. So anyway, start Carson. It's a little bit of risk for me for backup running back, but you do have potential there. Start both receivers. And when I say both, I mean Lockett and Metcalf, of course. If you're desperate at tight end, this might be a week that you could play Olsen and just cross your fingers, but I tend to stay away from it this week. Arizona, start Kyler Murray, for crying out loud. Start him. This might be his best game of the year. I don't love either running back, but I have them similarly graded, both Edmonds and Drake. Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely start DeAndre Hopkins. And I like Kirk as well, and nobody else from the Cardinals. Take it away, David.
Yeah, I think at this point, Christian Kirk, I'm going to start off where you left off. Christian Kirk is the guy to me for the Cardinals who I want to see tonight. What does he do against the Cowboys? Because he performed well last week against the Jets, and he was fantasy relevant. And I was high on Kirk coming into this year. I liked him last year. I think he's played well as a rookie, and even in his second year as well. He's just in a bad situation where he was being asked to be the number one guy, and he's not a number one receiver. He started off this year extremely, extremely slow, was non-existent, but they seem to want to be getting him the ball, or they start to be acknowledging at least the fact that he's better than Isabella. He's better than Larry Fitzgerald, and they need to scheme him the ball. So even if he doesn't pop off against Dallas this week, if Christian Kirk can bring in 3 receptions, I'm absolutely starting him next week against Seattle, just because I think that'll show enough that the matchup is just so good that he's absolutely worth putting into your flex spot just on the upside, especially because I think Arizona's going to be losing to Seattle, especially coming off a bye. So I think a lot of garbage time points for Kyler Murray in the Arizona passing game, and that's good news for Chase Edmonds, who is the receiver running back against Arizona. Again, we'll see against Dallas. Maybe they get Kenyon Drake involved a little bit more as a receiver. It's probably not going to matter because Chase Edmonds at this point has 4 targets, in 4 out of 5 games, just like DeAndre Swift, guys. Chase Edmonds is basically a little bit less explosive, not as exciting DeAndre Swift, but he's got 3+ receptions in 4 out of 5 games. He's getting red zone work. He's got 3 touchdowns in 5 games. So Chase Edmonds is a poor man's DeAndre Swift right now.
Yep.
And if you're thrilled about DeAndre Swift, I think you got to start taking Chase Edmonds a little bit more seriously too.
Yeah, and for the people watching on YouTube right now, you might be saying, "Oh, Edmonds is a bit as good as DeAndre Swift." We did a whole segment, so just watch that Detroit segment on him. But I completely agree with you, David. Seattle coming off a bye week, I tend to think their defense is going to take a little bit of a step forward. There's been a few reasons why their defense has been a little bit porous, shall we say, but they will be better. And Seattle, to me, is still my favorite team in the NFC. But this is going to be a nice test for Seattle. It's going to be a nice test for Arizona. I look forward to watching this game. Let me hit you with the line here, Dave. We've got Seattle -3 according to Bovada at the Arizona Cardinals.
Hey, what's your rule, Sean?
Home team, underdog in the division, you generally go the other way.
No, what's the rule, Sean?
Never bet against Russell Wilson.
There you go.
2 competing rules, but Russell Wilson is the one, right?
That's the rule.
Yeah. Never bet against Russell Wilson, especially when it's a field goal.
Don't do it.
I agree. I like Arizona quite a bit. And frankly, what I'm looking most forward to is, Arizona, look, they're better and they're getting better. It's just a nasty division for them. Let's see what kind of effort Arizona puts in. Would it shock me if they take this game and they outscore Seattle? It wouldn't shock me. But I want to see, what is your medal, right? What are you going to put together, Arizona? Because this is the biggest game of the year since the San Francisco opener to me for Arizona. Huge game, division, playoff aspirations. Let's see how it shakes out. But Seattle, man, they're going to be ready coming off a bye week. And I really hope Arizona ends up that after the Monday Night Football game completely healthy. I'm looking forward to this one quite a bit. Next game on the list.